What if I told you, Libra, that the next few days hold 7 events so powerful they could completely change the course of your life? You, born under the sign of Libra, are about to experience a sequence of events that the universe has prepared especially for this moment. And no, my dear, this is not a coincidence. When you clicked on this video, when you felt that urge to watch, it was because your spirit already knew it needed to hear exactly what I'm about to reveal to you. Over the next few days, 7 very specific things will happen in your life. And look, I'm not talking about vague or generic predictions. I'm talking about real, tangible situations that you will recognize as they unfold. Some of these things will surprise you positively, others will require you to make important decisions, and all of them, absolutely all of them, have been placed in your path for a divine reason. Do you know that feeling that something is changing, but you can't quite define what? That restlessness in your chest, that premonition that important days are coming? Well, your heart isn't lying. The cosmos is aligning in a very particular way for Librans, and these 7 things I'm about to reveal are like pieces of a puzzle that will finally fit into your life. But pay close attention, because if you miss any of these revelations, you might let opportunities slip away that may not come around anytime soon. Each of these 7 things has a purpose, a lesson, a blessing in disguise. And you need to be prepared, you need to know how to recognize them when they arrive, and above all, you need to understand what to do when they manifest in your reality. Stay with me until the end because the 7th revelation will leave you with tears in your eyes from so much emotion. First thing, a conversation will bring out the truth you needed to hear. My dear Libra, prepare your heart because in the coming days you will have a conversation that will change your perspective on something very important. And you know what's even more interesting? This conversation might come from where you least expect it. It could be someone close to you, a distant acquaintance, or even someone you just met. But the message this person will bring you isn't theirs, it's the universe using their voice to awaken you. You, a Libra, have always been very good at listening to others, at giving advice, at being there when someone needs you. But you also have that tendency to keep things to yourself, to not fully share what you feel, to try to solve everything alone because you don't want to bother anyone. And that's precisely why the cosmos has prepared this special conversation for you. Because the time has come for you to hear something that will confirm what your heart already knew, but your mind insisted on questioning. This conversation might happen suddenly, without you expecting it. Maybe it'll be in the middle of a family lunch, maybe a casual meeting with a friend, maybe even an unexpected call from someone you haven't spoken to in a while. The important thing is that you are open to receiving it. Don't dismiss the words as mere coincidence, because nothing is by chance when the universe decides to speak to you through another person. What will be revealed in this conversation has everything to do with a situation you've been thinking about a lot lately. It could be about a relationship you're unsure whether to continue or end. It could be about a professional decision that's leaving you conflicted. It could be about your own spiritual journey and the next step you need to take. Whatever the topic, the truth you're about to hear will be like a light turning on in a dark room. And look how interesting, the person who's going to talk to you won't even realize the importance of what they're saying. For them, it might just be a normal conversation, a venting session, a casual comment. But for you, Libra, it will be an answer you've been asking for weeks, maybe months. Because when the divine wants to send you a message, it uses the simplest and most natural paths, precisely so that you don't doubt its authenticity. Do you recognize this conversation when it happens? Do you feel a shiver, a tightness in your chest, or that sensation that time stopped for a few seconds? It's as if a part of you already knew that truth, but needed to hear it from the outside to have the courage to believe it. And after that conversation, my dear, you will never be the same. Because the truth sets you free, the truth heals, the truth opens paths. Now, pay attention to something very important. When this conversation happens, don't interrupt. Don't try to explain, don't try to defend yourself, don't try to change the subject. Just listen with an open heart. Because the most important messages from the universe come disguised as simple advice, personal stories, and shared experiences. And if you become defensive or try to control the conversation, you might miss exactly the part you most needed to hear. After this conversation is over, you'll want to be alone for a while. You need to process, reflect, connect the dots. and that's completely natural. Allow yourself this moment of introspection. Write down what was said, write about how you felt, reflect on the changes this truth demands of you. Because hearing the truth is one thing, having the courage to act on it is another. And believe me, this first thing that will happen to you in the coming days is directly connected to the other 6 things I'm about to reveal. It's like the first step on a ladder that will take you to a much higher, much brighter place, much more aligned with who you really are and with the purpose you came to fulfill in this life. Second thing, an ancient cycle will finally come to an end. My dear Libra, the time has come for you to break free from something that should have been left in the past a long time ago. In the coming days, a cycle you've been dragging along, sometimes without even realizing it, will finally come to an end. And look, when I say cycle, I'm not just talking about relationships. It could be a pattern of behavior, a habit that no longer serves you, a limiting belief you've carried since childhood, or even a professional situation you continue to tolerate even though you know it's long past time for a change. The interesting thing is that you've probably tried to end this cycle before. You've tried to get rid of this situation, you've tried to break this pattern, you've tried to move on. But for some reason, you always ended up going back, you always ended up giving in, you always ended up finding an excuse not to take the final step. And do you know why this happened? Because it wasn't the right time yet. Because the universe was still preparing you, strengthening you, showing you exactly why that cycle needed to end. But now it's different. Now you're ready. You've evolved, grown, matured. You've already understood the lessons you needed to learn from that situation. You've already tried every possible way to make it work, and now you know, deep down in your heart, that holding on isn't love, it's attachment. Holding on isn't fidelity, it's fear. Holding on isn't hope, it's illusion. And the cosmos perceived this. It perceived that you are finally ready to let go, to release, to end with dignity and without guilt. Therefore, in the coming days, situations will occur that will facilitate this closure. It may be that the person or situation itself takes the initiative to distance itself. It may be that you receive a proposal, an opportunity, that will give you the necessary structure to make this transition. It may be that you simply wake up one day and feel that you can't anymore, that it's over, that it's finished. And when that moment arrives, don't fight it. Don't try to hold on out of fear of change, fear of being alone, fear of the unknown. Because what's coming to you is much bigger, much better, much more aligned with who you are today. But for the new to enter, the old must leave. It's a universal law. You can't fill a cup that's already full. First, you need to empty it. You know it might hurt a little at first. Even when we know something needs to end, we still feel that tightness in our chest, that anticipatory longing, that fear of making the wrong decision. But I guarantee you one thing, with all the certainty that the study of the stars gives me, this ending is a blessing. It's the universe clearing the path for something infinitely better to enter your life. And you know what else? This cycle that's ending wasn't in vain. You learned valuable things, discovered sides of yourself you didn't know existed, and developed strengths you didn't know you had. Each experience, however difficult, shaped you, prepared you, and brought you to where you are today. So don't leave this cycle with anger, resentment, or bitterness. Leave with gratitude for what was, with peace for what you learned, and with anticipation for what is to come. And when you finally let go, you'll feel a lightness you haven't felt in a long time. You'll breathe deeper, smile more easily, and realize you were carrying a weight you didn't even know was there. And in that empty space that will open up, the universe will begin to place new things, new people, new opportunities. But only if you leave the space free. If this message resonated with your zodiac sign, trust me, it's no coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it sends exactly the right signal, and you're here because you needed to hear this today. Your contribution, as a subscriber or member, is what keeps these messages alive, messages that touch, awaken, and transform lives. And if this video made sense to you, leave your birth date in the comments. Now let's continue with our video. Third thing, a financial opportunity will appear unexpectedly. Librans, get ready because the universe is about to surprise you financially. And when I say surprise, I mean exactly that, something you weren't expecting, something you weren't planning, that will appear in a way you never imagined. It could be a job offer from a completely different place than you were looking for. It could be an idea that pops into your mind and has the potential to generate income. It could even be the payment for something you had forgotten about, or the resolution of a financial issue that was stalled. The important thing here is for you to understand one thing: this opportunity won't come wrapped in a red ribbon with a card saying "I'm a financial blessing." No. It will come disguised. It will seem small at first. It will require you to pay attention to the details. Because the universe likes to test our faith, our vision, our ability to recognize the value in things before they become obvious to everyone else. You might be casually chatting with someone, and that person will mention something that will spark an idea in your head. You might be browsing social media and stumble upon information that will give you a valuable insight. You might even be in a seemingly ordinary situation and realize a need, a problem that people have, and that you have the solution. And there, in that simple moment, the seed of something that can change your financial reality will be planted. But here's a very important warning: when that opportunity arises, don't let fear or insecurity paralyze you. You, Libra, have a natural tendency to weigh the pros and cons very carefully, to want absolute certainty before making any decision. And that's good, because it protects you from acting impulsively. But sometimes, my dear, you weigh things so much that the scale gets stuck and you don't move forward. And then the opportunity passes, goes to someone else, and you're left regretting it afterwards. So when that financial opportunity arises, yes, analyze it carefully. But don't delay so long that you let it slip away. Because the universe won't hold that door open indefinitely. It will give you a reasonable amount of time to decide. It will give you signs confirming that it's the right path, but it won't wait forever. Because say if you're not ready to receive it, it will direct that blessing to someone who is. And here's something interesting: this financial opportunity will be directly linked to your natural talents, to what you do well without even realizing it, to that thing people always praise you for but you never paid much attention to. The universe has an incredible way of showing us that abundance is already within us. We just need to have the courage to share our gifts with the world and allow ourselves to be rewarded for it. You might need to learn something new to make the most of this opportunity. You might need to make a small change to your routine, invest some time or resources at the beginning. But it will all be worth it. Because this opportunity isn't just about money, my dear. It's about recognizing your own worth. It's about taking a step towards your financial independence. It's about proving to yourself that you are capable of creating, building, and prospering. And when the first fruits begin to appear, when you see that it really worked, that the opportunity was real, that the universe didn't disappoint you, your faith will increase. Your confidence will grow. And you will understand that you have always been deserving of abundance. You have always been capable of prospering. You just needed to allow it to happen. You just needed to be open to receiving in ways different from what you were used to. So pay attention in the coming days. Pay attention to conversations, to ideas that arise, to the people who cross your path. Because say your financial opportunity is on its way, and it may arrive through the most unexpected channel. And when it arrives, seize it with both hands, thank the divine for the blessing, and work diligently to transform that seed into a leafy tree that will bear fruit for a long time. First thing, someone from the past will reappear with an important message. Librans, prepare your hearts because someone who was part of your history will get back in touch with you in the coming days. And no, this isn't necessarily about romantic reconciliation, although for some of you it might be. I am talking about someone who played a significant role in your life at some point, someone you may not have seen or spoken to for months, maybe years, and who will suddenly reappear. This person could be an old friend you've lost touch with, a distant relative, or even someone you worked with in the past who went their separate ways. The important thing here isn't exactly who the person is, but rather what message they bring, because the universe never makes people reunite by chance. There's always a purpose, always something that needs to be said, resolved, healed, or understood. For some Librans, this reunion will bring closure. It will be an opportunity to finally resolve something that was left unresolved, to say what needed to be said, to forgive or to ask for forgiveness. And this will bring immense peace to their hearts, a feeling of completeness, that chapter can finally be closed in the right way. Because you, as a Libra, greatly value harmony and balance, and when something is left unresolved, When a relationship ends abruptly or conflictually, it bothers you deep down in your soul. For others, this reunion will bring information. This person from the past will share something you need to know, whether it's an opportunity, a warning, or simply a different perspective on a situation you're experiencing now. And the most incredible thing is that this person won't even realize they're being used as a messenger of the divine. For them, it might just be a casual conversation. I remembered you and decided to get in touch. But for you, it will be exactly the missing piece of the puzzle. And there's a third possibility. This reunion could be about renewing bonds. It may be that you drifted apart not because of arguments or resentment, but simply because life took you each in a different direction. And now, at this specific moment in your journey, the universe is reconnecting you because there's something you can do together, something you can build as a partner, a true friendship that deserves to be rekindled and nurtured. But pay attention to something very important. When this person appears, don't let pride or distrust block communication. You might wonder why they disappeared before, why they're only coming back now, what their real intentions are. And it's okay to have these questions, it's natural. But don't let them prevent you from being open to hearing what they have to say. Because sometimes we miss incredible blessings because of barriers we ourselves build. If during this reunion you feel that something is not right, that the energy is not good, that there are ulterior motives, trust your intuition. You are not obligated to reconnect with those who have hurt you. You are not obligated to let toxic people back into your life. But if the energy is good, if your heart beats calmly, if you feel it is genuine, then allow yourself to experience this moment of reconnection. And you know what's most beautiful about all this? It's realizing that the people who truly mattered in our lives never completely leave. They may distance themselves physically, they may not be present in our daily lives, but they leave marks, lessons, memories. And when the universe brings them back, it's always because there's another chapter to be written, another lesson to be shared, another opportunity for love and true connection. So don't be alarmed when that person reappears. Receive them with an open heart, converse without judgment, listen attentively. Because within that reunion there is a message you need to receive, and it may come in the words spoken, in the silences shared, or simply in the feeling that that encounter will awaken in you. Trust the process, trust in divine timing, trust that nothing happens by chance. 15. Your intuition will become extremely sharp. My dear Libra, get ready because in the coming days you will experience a connection with your intuition like never before. And look, I know you are already a naturally perceptive person, able to read the energies of environments, to sense people's intentions even when they say nothing. But what is about to happen is different. It's a level of clarity, of inner certainty, of knowledge without logical explanation that will surprise you. You start having those hunches that come true. You think about someone, and that person will call you minutes later. You dream about situations that will happen in the following days. You'll sense when something isn't right, even if everything seems normal on the surface. And most importantly, you'll know exactly what to do in every situation, even when logic doesn't have a clear answer. This is happening because you are entering a phase of profound spiritual connection. The universe is opening your channels of perception, tuning you to a higher frequency, and preparing you for a journey where you will need to trust your inner voice more than external opinions. And this is fundamental for Librans, who often get lost trying to please everyone, trying to consider all points of view, and end up forgetting to listen to their own heart. In the coming days, you'll find that decisions are becoming easier. That tendency to sit on the fence, to not be able to choose between one thing and another, will diminish. Because when your intuition is sharp, you simply know. You don't need to make 1,000 lists of pros and cons, you don't need to ask 10 different people for their opinions, you don't need to dwell on it for weeks. You feel in your body, in your heart, in your soul what the right path is. And this will manifest itself in various ways. It can be through very vivid dreams that will bring you clear messages. It can be through physical sensations, like a shiver when something is true, or a tightness in your stomach when something is not right. It can be through synchronicities, those coincidences that are not coincidences, such as seeing repeated numbers, hearing the same message from different sources, finding signs exactly when you asked for them. But here's a very important piece of advice. When your intuition speaks, trust it. Don't try to over-rationalize. Don't try to find concrete proof for something that is knowledge of the spirit. Intuition doesn't work with the logic of the mind, it works with the wisdom of the soul. And often it will ask you to do things that don't make sense on paper, but that make perfect sense on the path of your evolution. If your intuition tells you to refuse an opportunity that seems good, refuse it. If it tells you to trust someone everyone else distrusts, trust them. If it tells you to change direction mid-journey, change it. Because it's connected to a vision far greater than your physical eyes can see. It's attuned to the divine plan for your life, to the synchronicities orchestrating behind the scenes. And you know what else? This period of heightened intuition will reveal truths about the people and situations around you. You'll be able to see beyond the masks, beyond appearances, beyond pretty words. Joy you sense when someone is being fake, when an opportunity is too good to be true, when a path seems golden but is full of hidden thorns. And that's divine protection. It's the universe equipping you with the necessary tools to navigate the challenges to come. Take advantage of this period to make important decisions you've been putting off. They'll make choices that require courage. They'll take a stand in situations where you've always been undecided. Because with heightened intuition, you have an advantage, an inner compass that won't let you go wrong. And even if the path is difficult, even if it requires sacrifices, you'll have the certainty that you're going in the right direction, and that makes all the difference. 16. Well-deserved recognition will finally arrive. Libra, your time to shine has arrived. In the coming days, something you've done, something you've built, some effort you've invested, will finally be recognized. And this recognition can come in many forms. It could be public praise from someone you admire, a promotion or appreciation at work, the growth of a personal project you've been nurturing with so much care, or simply people starting to see you in a different way, with more respect and admiration. And do you know why this is so important to you? Because you, my dear, are one of those people who works hard behind the scenes, who dedicates themselves with love, who gives their best without boasting about it. You don't brag, you don't ask for attention or recognition. You do it because you believe in it, because you care, because it's in your nature to act with excellence. And that's beautiful, but it also means that often your effort goes unnoticed. But the universe never lets anything go unnoticed. It records every act of kindness, every extra hour of dedication, every sacrifice you made in silence. And there comes a moment when it decides it's time for you to receive it back, it's time for you to be seen, it's time for you to be valued in the way you've always deserved. And that moment is now, these next few days. Recognition can come from a source you never imagined. It could be someone you thought didn't even pay attention to your work, but who was actually observing everything with admiration. It could be an opportunity that arises precisely because someone recommended you, because someone spoke well of you when you weren't even present. It could be the public, clients, colleagues, family, finally expressing in words the gratitude and respect they have always felt. And when that recognition comes, please accept it with humility but also with pride. Don't diminish your achievements, don't pretend it wasn't a big deal, don't deflect credit by saying anyone could do the same. Because that's not true. Not everyone has your dedication, your persistence, your integrity. What you did is special, it's valuable, and it deserves to be celebrated. This recognition will also open doors. It will make influential people pay attention to you, it will create growth opportunities that previously seemed distant, it will give you a larger platform to do the good you've always wanted to do. Because when the universe puts you in the spotlight, it's not to feed your ego, it's to expand your reach, so that you can impact more lives, so that you can fulfill your purpose on a larger scale. But along with recognition can also come envy, malicious comments, attempts to diminish your achievement. And you need to be prepared to face that. Because not everyone will have the maturity to celebrate your success. Some people will feel threatened, will try to find flaws, will spread rumors that you were lucky or that you don't deserve it. And you know what you're going to do with that? Absolutely nothing. You're going to continue being who you are, doing what you do well, and letting your work speak for itself. Because the truth is that true recognition, the kind that comes from those who truly matter, the kind that opens real doors, cannot be taken away from you. It's based on facts, on results, on concrete proof of your worth. And no malicious comment, no gossip, no attempt at sabotage will be able to extinguish the brilliance of what you have achieved. So when recognition comes, be grateful. Thank the universe for the opportunity, thank the people who believed in you, thank yourself for the courage not to give up when it was difficult. And then continue. Continue doing what you love, continue dedicating yourself, continue being a force of light in the world. Because the recognition that is coming now is only the beginning of an even greater journey that is unfolding for you. 7th, you will feel an inner peace that you haven't felt in a long time. My dear Libra, keep this last revelation in your heart because it is the most important of all. In the coming days, you will experience a moment of inner peace so profound, so genuine, so transformative, that it will make you realize that everything you have been through was worth it. All the pain, all the fears, all the uncertainties, were preparing you for this moment of clarity and serenity. This peace won't necessarily come from external changes. Your life may continue to have the same challenges, the same responsibilities, the same issues to resolve. But something inside you will change. It will be as if you finally stop swimming against the current and decide to trust the river. As if you finally accept that you don't need to control everything, that you don't need to carry the world on your shoulders, that it's okay not to have all the answers. Joy, you wake up one day and realize that constant anxiety has diminished. That voice in your head that used to criticize you, demand things from you, tell you that you weren't good enough, will become quieter. That weight on your chest that you've carried for so long, sometimes without even knowing why, will begin to dissolve. And in its place, a feeling will emerge that you are exactly where you need to be, that everything is unfolding at the right time. This inner peace will be accompanied by immense gratitude. You will look at your life, at the people around you, at the little things in everyday life, and you will feel such great love that you will want to embrace the whole world. You will realize that you have always had so many blessings, but you were too busy worrying about what was missing to see the abundance you already had. And you know what's most beautiful? This peace will radiate from you. People will notice that something is different, they'll comment that you seem lighter, happier, more present. And this will attract more good things into your life, because the energy you emanate is the energy you attract. When you are at peace, you become a magnet for peaceful experiences, for balanced people, for opportunities that flow naturally. But this peace doesn't mean you'll stop caring or that you'll become complacent. No. It's an act of peace, a peace that gives you the strength to keep fighting for your dreams, but without that desperation, without that unhealthy urgency, without that feeling that if things don't work out you'll be ruined. It's the peace of someone who trusts, who knows they are being guided, who understands that divine plans are always bigger and better than our own. Joy, you realize you can handle problems more calmly. Things that used to panic you, now you take a deep breath and think clearly. Those people who used to drive you crazy, now you can maintain your peace even when provoked. Those situations that left you conflicted, now you make decisions with more firmness and less guilt. And this inner peace will connect you more deeply with the divine. You will feel the urge to give thanks more, to pray more, to meditate, to seek moments of silence just to be in communion with this greater force that governs the universe. And in these moments of connection, you will receive even more guidance, even more love, even more certainty that you are being cared for. So, my dear Libra, when that peace arrives, and it will, don't question it. Don't nitpick, don't wait for something bad to happen to compensate. Just accept it. Accept it as the gift that it is. Accept it as a sign that you have evolved, that you have grown, that you have finally learned the art of living lightly even amidst chaos. And from that peace onward, everything in your life will begin to flow better. Your relationships will improve because you will no longer demand so much of yourself or others. Your work will be more productive because you will be present, focused, without that constant mental noise. Your health will thank you because chronic stress will decrease. And your soul will finally breathe a sigh of relief, knowing that you have arrived home, arrived at a place of balance, arrived where you always wanted to be. If this message resonated with your zodiac sign, trust me, it's no coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it sends exactly the right signal, and you're here because you needed to hear this today. Your contribution, as a subscriber or member, is what keeps these messages alive, messages that touch, awaken, and transform lives. And if this video made sense to you, leave your birth date in the comments. My dear Libra, we have reached the end of this journey of revelations. And look, I know it's a lot of information, a lot to process, many possibilities opening up at the same time. But all of this was prepared especially for you, for this exact moment in your life. It's no coincidence that you found this video right now, just when these 7 things are about to happen in your life. So what I want you to do from now on is very simple: pay attention. Open your eyes to synchronicities, open your heart to the messages, open your mind to the possibilities. The 7 things I've revealed here won't all happen at once. They will unfold over the next few days, each in its perfect timing, each bringing exactly what you need to evolve. The conversation that will bring you the truth you needed to hear may happen today, tomorrow, or in a few days. But when it does, you'll remember this video and recognize it. The old cycle that's coming to an end may already be showing its first signs of saying goodbye. Pay attention, don't try to hold on to what needs to go. An unexpected financial opportunity may arise in the simplest way, so don't discard any possibility, any conversation, any idea that comes to mind. The person from your past who is about to reappear may already be thinking about you right now, preparing to make contact. Receive them with an open heart, without fear, without resentment. Your heightened intuition is already beginning to manifest. You are probably already feeling those premonitions, those unexplained certainties. Trust them, they are your compass on this journey. The recognition you deserve is being prepared behind the scenes of the universe. While you watch this video, while you continue doing your work with excellence and dedication, doors are opening, the right people are paying attention. And the inner peace that will transform everything is already beginning to sprout within you. Can you feel it? That feeling that something is changing, that you are changing, that life is about to get much better? Now I want to ask you something, and this request is very important. If you're not yet subscribed to this channel, if you haven't yet activated notifications, do it now. Because the messages the universe has for you don't stop here. Every week there's new content, every week there's guidance that can change your life, every week there's that message you need to hear exactly when you need it most. If the revelations in this video touched your heart, if you felt they were made especially for you, consider becoming a channel member. Your contribution is not just financial, it's energetic. It's you telling the universe that you value this work of love, that you want these messages to continue reaching and transforming lives. And this creates a cycle of abundance that benefits us all. Now I want to give you a challenge. For the next 7 days, every day before you go to sleep, write down something you are grateful for. It can be something big, it can be something small, it doesn't matter. The important thing is to train your eye to see the blessings that are already in your life while opening yourself to the new ones that are coming. And if you want, come back here in the comments and share one of these things you are grateful for. Let's create a chain of positive energy together. And when the 7 things I revealed start happening in your life, when you realize that all of this was real, that it wasn't just another generic motivational video, come back here and tell me. Tell me about the conversation that brought you the truth, tell me when the old cycle finally ended, tell me about the financial opportunity that appeared, about the person from the past who returned, about how your intuition guided you, about the recognition you received, and above all, tell me about that moment of inner peace that changed everything. Because your testimony will inspire others, strengthen the faith of those who are still waiting, and create a network of support and love among all of us who believe in the power of the universe, the wisdom of the stars, and the magic of life. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. We are thousands of Librans around the world, all connected by the same energy, all walking towards a fuller, more abundant, and happier life. So go with faith, my dear. The next few days are yours. The 7 things are already in motion. The universe has already put everything in place. Now it's up to you to do your part, stay attentive, trust the process, and allow the blessings to enter your life. You deserve all the good that is to come, and I am absolutely certain that you are ready to receive it. A huge hug from the bottom of my heart. Until the next video. And may the light of the universe illuminate every step of your path.